Hello, my name is SNEH Patel and I am a university student of the Trinity Western University. I am doing my TLC course in which in this course I have one subject which name is University 108 GT Introduction to Cultural Engagement, which is a very helpful course. I did it and it's a very important uh, for my life. I learned a lot of things from that course. Uh, so, my reflection journey is I told you something about my reflection journey here. So, we are going to the next slide. So, here is the introduction what this reflection covers. This covers the help me think deeply about who am I, not only as a student but as a person. In this presentation, I will reflect on five main areas from our weekly lesson and activities. So, the first is a personhood we are talking about. The second thing is the student identity. The third thing is we are talking about the participation. And the fourth thing we are talking about today is values and goals of this course. And the last but not least is the other insights like skills which are developed in my self. So we are going next. Uh, So the topic is the understanding personhood. What I am learning about the understanding personhood. So we learn about the existential personhood, relation personhood, and the personalhood through the dialogue. Existential personhood means my value as a person does not demand on my achievement, grade, or the productivity. I have dignity before performance. So in our every life, there is a relaxation personhood also, personal through dialogue. In our personhood also, society sometimes value people differently because of the power, status, their language, that type of the thing. I want to notice this and treat every classmates with the equal respects. And we are talking about next important idea is my identity as a graduate student. So we always think what is our identity as a graduate student personality is what type of the personality. So from the consumer to creator, in week 7 our course taught me to shift my mindset from I am here to absorb what others know to I am here to create my knowledge. Academic personalism beyond summary. Our week 3 in this course lecture, we learn about the week 3. In week 3 pushed me to move beyond uh, summarizing. I am learning to analyze the question, how to give answer about the question. Sometimes professor ask me some question, so how I can reply to that question. And sometimes I have a big question about my grading, so I do not directly ask to my professor why you give me this type of the grades and why you do this only for me, other student have good marks. So this is not a proper way to convey. We have to always ask for the feedback and follow the feedback to improve ourselves. So I think the graduate student identity is that type of is very good and helpful for the future. So next slide is the key learning from the participation and volunteering. We need to always participate in our routine life activity, some social activity. We need always have to participate on all the things so we can learn how to be socialized, how the other people's think, their thoughts, their ideas, how they work. And sometimes volunteering in the social work is very important because in our lives volunteering is a major uh, uh, volunteering is volunteering is a major aspect in which we learn so more and more. some social work we can do which is helpful for our life. Engagement does not mean the overcommitment. I need to ask what fits my value, time, and energy. Barriers I recognized myself, like sometimes the language barrier, then sometimes the science, sometimes the barriers help me to take a small improvement in my life, that type of the thing. So we are forwarding to the next slide. So the next slide is my core values. What is my core values in this university and in this course? So the course value is the learning, responsibility, perseverance, and the contribution. Learning, I learn like skills, not just earning a grade. Sometimes people just think learning is only the achieve the grade, but it is not true. We need to improve our skills, how to write and how to convey someone, how to put your argument with all the people. So this type of the core values I learned. So we are moving to the next slide. So the next slide is my academic goal. I am doing my TLC program here. After my completed, I want to go to the leadership of Master of Leadership in Healthcare. So this is my next step. So my academic goal is a specific. We can told you about one keyword smart. So the S means the specific, the M means the measurable, A means achievable, R means relevant, and T means time bound. So the what is a specific? Specific means improve my academic writing and raise my grades in the core course. What is achievable? Achievable means use the campus resource such as the learning commons and the office hours. And the main is the time bound. Reach this goal in within the time. Sometimes we cannot do things in the time. Sometimes we can do tomorrow, but never tomorrow is come and we always fail to our time bond. So always we need to do work today. This type of the mindset to help to our academic goals being successful. And the next slide is my personal goals. What is my personal goals in my life? My personal goal in my life is build genuine connection. So build genuine connection with all peoples in my family members, friends. If I make a more connection in my life, then it always helpful in the future. Sometimes I have problems in my personal life, sometimes problems with the economy of my family. So the connection is very helpful. Then the practice self-awareness. We always need to self-aware ourselves because in the future we cannot predict the what problem is scam. And self-awareness means we are already aware about all the problems and all the things. We always aware about our hygiene, our health, our routine work, manage time and energy. Always my goal is manage time and energy. So the avoid the overcommitment, choose activities that fit in my time, that type of thing. And we are moving to the next slide is other valuable insight from my course. This for I the valuable side insight is a critical thinking, digital literacy, personal communication. So these all three things is very important. And when we move to the next slide, the conclusion, what we learn about this course, we learn uh, myself as more than a student. I am a person with the dignity, values, and the growing academic identity. I know. Understand personhood, my role as a graduate researcher, and the importance of the participation value and clear goals. Moving forward, I will keep reflecting on who I am becoming and I will use my value to guide my academic and personal journey. Thank you. Thank you so much for this reflection, for this course I gave you. Thank you, give me this opportunity to provide my uh, reflection, what I achieve from this course. Thank you so much. Bye.